Moses found out that what he'd done was out, he panicked. He panicked, he said, because it got out and it's going to get back to Pharaoh, and then Pharaoh is going to order him to be killed, which he did, but God had already ordained in the plan for him to be the leader. So he panicked. He got scared and he ran. And that's when he came across Jethro, who was priest of Midian, distant relatives of the tribe of Levi. And Jethro had these daughters, and he gave one to Moses to be his wife, and from that union a son was born, Goshen. And Moses became a shepherd. He went from a priest to a shepherd. And a shepherd was a demeaning type job. Very demeaning. It's just like President Obama, the only place he can get a job is the drive-through window at McDonald's. Very demeaning, very low, very poor-like type job. But Moses did it well.
Sit back.
And back there, attending the sheep, and Horeb was also known as Mount Sinai, the mountain of God. And back there, while attending the sheep, feeding and tending the sheep back at the mountain, he saw something. Moses was very inquisitive too. He saw something. He saw the burning bush that was on fire, but it was not consumed. And he said, let me go and see what this sight is. I never seen anything like that before. I want to go and see what that's about. And then once he got up there, he saw that the bush was still burning and it had not been consumed. And the voice of the Lord spoke to Moses and said, come not near hither. Made me stop right there. Don't come any closer, Moses, but take off your shoes, for this is holy ground. And when God told Moses to take off his shoes, he was not just for him to take off his literal shoes, but what God was telling him, I want you to strip yourself. Strip yourself, Moses. I want you to take off, get rid of that temper, that nasty, that temper that you have. When you killed the Egyptian, that was your way, Moses. That was not my way of doing the business. That was your way, Moses. I was going to deliver the Hebrews, but that was not the way I was going to deliver the Hebrews. I want you to strip yourself. I want you to strip yourself from that Egyptian mentality that you feel like you got to handle all the conflicts. Strip yourself. God said, strip yourself this morning. Strip yourself. Strip yourself from that pride, Gina, you got. Hallelujah. Strip yourself from that nasty, filthy, self-righteous, pompous attitude that you have. Strip yourself this morning. Who can stand into the hills? Who can go into the hills of the Lord? Who can stand in his holy place? He that has clean hands and a pure heart, who have not lifted up his soul unto vanity, nor sworn deceitfully. God says, strip yourself. I've given you great abilities, Moses. I've given you great abilities. But I need your attention. Because I want to shape you. And I want to mold you. And I want to make you to be the man that I want you to be for the assignment that you have to get done for my glory. Strip yourself. And even though we got great abilities in the house today, God is saying, I can't use you in the condition that you're currently in. I need your attention so I can shape you, so I can mold you, so I can make you into that I want you to be for my glory. And sometimes when God calls us out on an assignment, we make a mistake. We make a mistake. The mistake some of us are always trying to be like someone else. Always trying to take on somebody else's character. But God said, I don't want you to be like nobody else. But I want to shape you and I want to make you, I want to mold you into my image, into my likeness, that you may get the, I may get the glory. Some of us are so messed up today. And Moses, I know you have an impediment of speech. See what God wanted to do. He wanted Moses to be the man to deliver the children from Egypt.
Sit down. Okay, sit down.
But Moses had a speaking problem. And he told Moses, I know you have an impediment of speech, but I'm going to be with you. For who made your mouth, Moses? Who made it? I'm going to be with you. But Moses was doubtful too, if you read the account. He still didn't believe, even after God showed him 3 different times that he would be with him, signs and wonders. He still didn't believe. So then God said, I'll send your brother Aaron, who was an eloquent speaker, a man of eloquency. And he'll speak for you. And sometimes when we hear other people speak, and when we hear other people go forth in God, and we see other people work under the hand of God, then we say, I'll say, I know I've said it, I can't speak like that. I can't do that. I can't roll those scriptures off like that. But God didn't ask me to roll the scriptures off like that. He told me to study.
To show thyself approved.
To show thyself approved unto God.
A workman of God.
A workman that needeth not to be made ashamed.
Rightly.
That let me know that some people are going to divide it wrongly. But rightly dividing the word of truth. You don't want me to be like Sister Stephanie. You don't want me to speak like Brother Johnny. Hallelujah. Brother Johnny is one person with his identity, and I'm somebody else with mine. Hallelujah. Moses had great abilities, but he had to be prepared. He had to be shaped. He had to be molded by God. We're going to have to be trained by God this morning. God said, I put great abilities in the house. And sometimes we get so preoccupied doing what we think we ought to be doing, going where we think we ought to be going, not even consulting our pastor, just do it. But we have to be trained by God. And not by what people see. Because see, people don't see all of us. They only see one side of us. But if you apply enough pressure, like they taught in Bible class Thursday, you're going to see the dark side. But God knows all about us. And that's why he knew God knows us. And he knows what we're capable of. And that's why he knew Moses was capable for the job. Aaron, even though Aaron was an eloquent speaker and could speak well, but Aaron could never have done what Moses did. God knew that he could bring Moses down to meekness.